All right, that was part one. This is part two. Capitalism, yeah. Crony capitalism is just like it's the fucking the spoiled milk of fucking capitalism. When you have people who are out in the market and everybody has a different brand product of the same thing. Like, say if like YouTube was big, but there was another bigger YouTube out there that was a little bit more freeing and a little bit more like dark and dingy, but still like was great quality and still was working to be great. You know, Facebook, YouTube, it would just be like fucking running for the money, including Facebook, including Instagram, including a lot of these other social media platforms that are not owned by one dude. They're owned by or one corporation. They're owned by many different people. Own different things. You know, they're not one conglomerate. The same thing with like say Vice or Disney and Marvel and Disney and Star Wars. It's like if only, like, and this is the thing, I'm going to say up front, like, if you want to talk about communism, it's like, it's not, again, communism, communism, socialism, call it what you will, it's just, it's hard, it's just vile, it's the same fucking thing, sharing this redistribution of the wealth, equality when everybody is poor, nobody is rich in fucking communism. Capitalism, yes, because I don't get much as the other guy does, but this guy right here, he gets paid well. Yes, he's a banker. I'm going to use a banker. He's a guy who made money off of this or that or navigator. He has like a job that pays him fucking well. I got a job that pays me somewhat well, but I'm not rich and fancy dancy. I'm just getting by. But I feel like with all these tax increases and people wanting more tax and all this stuff, people kind of forget that, the problem isn't about the corporations. The problem isn't about the fucking, bankers or this or that. The problem is the government. The government is just a fucking stupid bitch. It is, and I don't mean to call it in the sense of a woman. I'm talking about a female dog or just some nasty person who doesn't want to do what he's supposed to do. The government, is good with foreign shit and dealing with, basically the law of the land. If that's what the government's all about. The government is not about being in your individual life. That is fucking tyranny right there. People kind of forget that, Donald Trump is not Big Brother. He is not any inkling of Big Brother. He is mostly, he's not. The government is. Not the person running it, the people running it. Like, you talk about the NSA, you talk about, it's there for a reason, and it's like, if this was the 60s, people would be losing their fucking shit. They would be like, no, we're not dealing with this bullshit. You can shoot us all you want, but no. People would just be fucking flipping out. I'm surprised nobody is. Well, we gotta protect ourselves from terrorists. Then why do we drop our fucking cell phones, talk to each other, express why we don't like what's going on in America? Here's the thing, I can't understand, life as an American black man. I can't understand life as an American Asian or American anything, because I'm one race particular, that's it. I'm not multiracial, I'm not black, I'm not white, I am white, excuse me. I'm not black, I'm not Asian, I'm not any of these. I'm just me. So I don't know what it's like to be a black American, but yet you talk about it and and I hear the situation, and it's it's basically, you're fighting two battles on the same ground. You're fighting at home and far from home. The far from home battle is basically dealing with corrupt policemen, government, and dealing with, people manipulating and taking advantage of you. The infighting is basically your own communities. It's the communities within them. And I can preach like a white man like I am, but I'm not preaching like a white man. I'm preaching like somebody who's seen this before. I've seen this before in families and in governments and, in businesses and groups. People fight amongst themselves and they accept that shit. And that's the standard of that group. Here's an example. The Irish. We're drinkers. We're fucking, losers. We're fucking down on the dumps assholes. We're fucking, scrappy fucking bastards. And some of that's true, some of it's not true. I mean, not all of us drink. I hoard drinking. I'm not in favor of over-excessive alcoholism or celebrating alcoholism in that sense. Now, people may be up my ass about, like, well, what about St. Patrick's Day? St. Patrick's Day was not about alcoholism or kicking snakes out of Ireland, literal snakes. It was about getting rid of the corruption in Ireland, all the pagans, all the people who were worshiping dead gods and shit like that. Not literal snakes. No snake could survive in Ireland. People want to joke about that, but you know what? Do your fucking research if you want to be a fucking comedian. But yeah, that's how pissed I am. Or better yet, fucking all the, you know, and I laugh about it too because people don't know, like, the other side of the history when it comes to the IRA and all that shit. Not supporting what they did, but I am just mentioning that because, you, like, again, same thing what's going on in Pakistan and shit like that. Like, you know, we live in a society. I get it. I'm not, but getting away from that, I don't, again, it's, communities can be poison within, you know. Think about this for a moment. Say if the schools were fixed. Say if they were better, and the teachers did give a shit, and the students gave a shit, everybody gave a shit, like, you know, a student, like, a teacher can do so much. She can show you the way, but it's the community that helps the children. Like, don't give me this bullshit that, you know, it's not about, you know, well, it's the policeman, it's this, it's that, it's, yeah, I can believe that, but the truth also is that it's the community. You know, who is your teachers? Who's this? And also the fact that you're not letting kids, like, you're disencouraging kids. You're telling them this is a white man's world. This is, you know, they're not going to make it. They're not going to, you're always putting them down. Think about it. Go into, like, a black neighborhood and keep hearing these kind of things over and over again. It's not the truth in what they're saying. It's the truth of, they're not encouraging. They're not saying, like, then play the game. Play the game. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Then play the goddamn game, because you're in it. Because you're fucking in it. You know? And it's not a white man's game. It's a business game. It's a class game. It's a game of class, not a game of business. You gotta dress the part, you gotta act the part, you gotta be the part. You know what I mean? Wear a nice suit. Wear a nice tie. Use your manners. Walk upright. Don't act like a thug. Don't, you know, be violent. Be gentle. Be, you know, a gentleman. That's what I'm just trying to say. You can be aggressive. You can show dominance and strength, but you don't have to be a dickhead about it. You don't have to be a, you know, over masculine bastard that's giving a bad reputation to all other men. All right, I'm going to end the video right here. So take care, love you, and bye-bye. And remember, be fucking safe, okay?